points on the session. Today, we look ahead to more inflation data. We've got the producer price index out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. It is expected to be up 8.8% year over year. We'll have those numbers as soon as they hit the tape. Meanwhile, President Biden celebrating his so-called Inflation Reduction Act as the markets were crashing. He is talking about everyday items at the White House yesterday. Watch this.
This bill alone is going to lower the deficit by $300 billion over the next decade. This bill cut costs for families, help reduce inflation at the kitchen table, because that's what they look at, how much of their monthly bills and how much do they have to pay out for their necessities.
Joining us right now is Arizona Congressman and House Ways and Means Committee member David Schweikert. And Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk first about the president's claim that he is cutting the deficit, because I've got a report right here from Maya McGinnis on the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. And she says since taking office, the Biden administration has added nearly $5 trillion to the deficit over the next decade through his legislation and executive actions. How does he get away with saying he's actually cutting the deficit, sir?
Oh, look, the president's comments yesterday were bordering on lunacy. I mean, even when leftist groups are scoring their inflation reduction bill, which is an absurd title, it's Build Back Better too, that over the half decade, it actually raises the deficit. And then the gimmicks, it requires a series of fake money to actually get to the president's claim of deficit reduction. Look, the Democrats have become the party of subsidies, hand out cash, particularly to groups that vote for them. You know, we all need to be adults about this. The parties have actually sort of split in substantially in their economic view. Democrats just are using your tax money to functionally buy their votes.
Yeah. Your colleague, Congressman Jason Smith, the ranking member on the Budget Committee, says that this is really called the Inflation Expansion Act of 2022. Absolutely. He's talking about tax increases of $250 billion from prescription drug price control, $74 billion in tax increases on senior retirements, $222 billion tax increases on American businesses, $53 billion last-minute tax increases on small businesses. What are you going to do about it? You are an elected official. We are at a point in our economy that we are teetering on recession. We're looking at higher borrowing costs with the Federal Reserve about to raise rates again next week. And now your colleagues on the left are putting in place higher taxes. Can you stop this?
Yeah, Maria, it may be even worse than you're actually speaking of. I represent the Scottsdale, Phoenix area. So I represent the area with the highest inflation in the continental United States. If you're a working man and woman in my community and you haven't had a pay hike, in the last 12 months, you've lost 6 weeks of your labor. If you've had the average pay hike, you lost 1 month of your labor. You would think there was a time when the Democrats actually gave a damn about working men and women. They don't anymore. Every single day, the workers, the people from my community get poorer. And I hope the voters are starting to realize this sort of dystopian world that the Democrats say, I'm going to make you poorer every single day, but I'm going to give you happy talk that hides the facts.
Yeah, a lot of happy talk going on there. But Congressman, I guess your colleagues, even the Republicans, are agreeing with Democrats and voting on all of this spending. They continue to vote on more spending. Did you vote for the CHIPS Act? Did you vote for the infrastructure package?
No.
Did you vote for?
No, God, no.
Okay, so you didn't, because what are you going to do to get your colleagues to understand the border and its implications? Look at this video we have, sir. Fox News cameras captured a group of camouflaged illegal migrants scaling the wall before making a break for it in Arizona. Border cities like Yuma are becoming even more overwhelmed. The city reportedly taken in almost 250,000 migrants in the last year. Officials now facing a $20 million medical bill for treating these migrants, saying that the crisis is causing a drop in tourism as well. But the White House is still claiming the border is secure, sir. How do you deal with this when you've got, lies and misinformation in plain sight? My favorite anecdote or metric to look at is this $80 billion that's going to the IRS now. And that's going to mean we have 166,000 IRS agents versus, wait for it, 20,000 border agents.
Look, it's brilliant. And also consider the fact that the IRS is one of the most unionized agencies in the government, you can understand the Democrats just financed another army of unionized employees who write their checks to the left. Look, I'm from Arizona. Come to Yuma with me sometime. I have family that lives near the border. You walk down and you'll be there a good 6-7 minutes, and you'll see actually groups just walking right through the border, just walking through. And the poor Border Patrol agents, you can just see the frustration, the sadness in their faces because they've become a concierge service.
Yeah.
They sit there, or they stand there, and actually just point, saying the SUVs are over there, the SUVs are over there. They're delivery service, and this is what the Biden administration has done. And if you want to understand why the little boy, the little girl down the street overdosed last night on fentanyl, come understand what the Biden administration and the Democrats have done in our border, particularly in Arizona.
I know. No, I've been to the border 5 times, sir. I recognize what you're talking about.
And thank you for doing that.
It's extraordinary that this administration is not. In the meantime, all we have are attacks on ordinary citizens, from teachers to people who wanted to have questions about election 2020. They're getting subpoenas now. A Florida judge unsealed more of the affidavit used to raid President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home last month. One portion disclosed the former president's team did provide additional classified documents to the National Archives. So where is this going as bullying from the DOJ gets higher and higher and higher on ordinary Americans raiding a former president's home?
Maria, I'm going to walk right up to the edge of being a jerk. I need those on the conservative side to toughen up and understand everything's weaponized. And this didn't just start. This has been going over since the Democrats took over Congress, in 2018. Everything's weaponized, from the parking space you get to your personal information in your office. The bureaucracy, the deep state isn't deep.
That's
They're
disgusting.
right in front of you, and everything is about money and power. And the left has figured out they're going to use every possible lever. And if that means investigating you as a way to poke you for supporting the wrong team, you're going to get poked.
So I'll ask you once more, Congressman, we're 55 days away from the midterm elections. Can you do anything to stop this madness?
The number one thing I can do is win the damn election. The fact of the matter is the House of Representatives, the Constitution, our founding fathers give us 2 incredibly powerful things: oversight and the money. We need to expose the bad acts, and that happens when we control the chairmanships. And the other is we're going to need to be tough. So the appropriations, we cannot continue to fund the chaos that's been coming from this administration.
All right, sir, we'll be watching. Thanks very much for joining me this morning, and we will be watching that. David Schweikert, thanks for your leadership, sir.